Hello and welcome to WrestleMe Weekly Halloween Havoc, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, and the second last NWA WCW show before the end of WWE 2K22. So we begin with a tag team match. The former Dungeon of Doom, led by The Undertaker, has split. You see there, formerly Papa Shango, now Kama Mustafa. He's joined Faarooq following Faarooq losing his national championship match against the Warrior. Then Papa Shango had a match against Macho Man in a number one contender bout, lost that one. Faarooq saw it as an opportunity to recruit and form the Nation of Domination, a team that believes everyone's racist. So in a test of his loyalties, Faarooq set up this match against Papa Shango, now known as Kama Mustafa's former team in the Dungeon of Doom, Doink and Boogeyman, and Kama not really having too many worries attacking his former freaky friends. They're giving Doink the 1-2 on the outside there. Faarooq with the spine buster. Kama getting it done in the ring once he's tagged in. And finishing off Doink with the DVD, the Death Valley Driver, and picking up the first win of the Nation of Domination of their reign as a team, I guess. What will happen next? Probably nothing, there's not much time left. Moving along to the Western States division, and we've got Ken Shamrock and Ricky Steamboat, both of which I don't believe have been featured yet, but this is a number one contenders bout for the championship, currently held by Happy Corbin, and it's very much shoot style, if you will, a lot of limb targeting, a lot of submissions, high technique from both in the grappling and striking. Ricky with an early opportunity. I don't think he would call that the glam slam, but that's what I know it as. Doesn't get the job done over the world's most dangerous man. And this was supposed to be the beginning of the Western States division becoming kind of a shoot style division, and given it's on the West, it would include a lot of the Japanese guys and kind of become the championship right under the national title. You see here the ankle lock finishing off Ricky Steamboat. Ken Shamrock picking up the win. If we have time, we will see him face the current Western States champion, although that title is on the line tonight, so we don't know who that'll be. The first championship match of the evening, the Hurricane got a big surprise. He was his usual heroic self, and that led him to negotiating a title match. He didn't care what title, he didn't care who he would face, and Brock Lesnar was the one to show up, who is making his first appearance on this show, because I was oh, look at this! The Vertebreaker. It was Brock Lesnar all over Hurricane, and then a quick slip in, under, and behind, and nearly got a win there. Not really, but, you know, decent effort. Just saying, Brock Lesnar was saving him for something special, because as the Mountain States title, no one really wants to face him, and he doesn't really want to travel. He's quite happy living in the mountains, hunting, and just picking up a paycheck whenever. There's the Eye of the Hurricane. Is this the upset? No, not even a 1 count. And now Brock Lesnar's getting down to business. He's found his prey. He's got him in scope. I don't know many gun terms. He tries to break Hurricane's arm. That doesn't work. Then Hurricane rolls out of it, only to run straight into an F5. And the referee can count to 5. He can probably count to 500. Hurricane isn't getting up from that. Brock Lesnar retains. And even decides to intimidate the referee. Not a lovely bloke, really, but he's a great wrestler, and he is a champion. Oh my god, it's Chris Benoit! In this universe, he hasn't murdered anyone. He's actually a nice bloke, so no worries there. He is also Canadian, and he's facing Stone Cold, who is the Canadian champion and has gone on a tear, defeating all the Canadians that come before him, which has made him very popular in the United States, amongst other things. Not particularly popular if he were to go to Canada, I imagine, but he's got a very stiff test in the crippler, Chris Benoit, who doesn't quite have the size on Austin, but you see here the submissions are very dangerous. He's a very technical wrestler. Goes for a sharpshooter on the Canadian champion. That doesn't work either. And Austin gets to his brawling ways. This is the kind of fight he wants to be in. Bit of showmanship and a couple fingers for Chris Benoit as well. Just knocking him in the back of the head, in the front of the head, all parts of the head. Benoit dodges a knee there. Down into the crippler crossface. That's a dangerous move, but Austin, whilst he is a brawler, he also has that technical aptitude. And you see him there countering a sharpshooter. Oh, ducking under. Benoit then over the top with the Luthez press, hammering him in the side of the head, hits the stunner, and Chris Benoit's night has come to an end without anyone dying, which is all that really matters at the end of the day. That everyone stays alive. Stone Cold is a champion. Good for him. Alright, now we're getting to the high point of this one. Huge grudge match. DiBiase versus the traitor, the man he trained, Happy Corbin, for the Western States Championship. And he gets straight at Corbin. He is looking to rough him up for turning on the Horsemen, siding with the NWO. You gotta say, given it awarded Corbin his first championship, you can't really argue it was a good move for him in terms of accolades, but understandably, the Horsemen not happy with Happy Corbin. And great bout. I mean, DiBiase started the stronger. Corbin came back. He's got the power advantage, but those submissions of DiBiase is something he's got to be careful of. Plenty of punching back and forth in this one, which was kind of brought on by DiBiase and was out of anger, I would say, but against a former Golden Gloves boxer and Happy Corbin, it probably wasn't the smartest way to go about the match. Though you see here, he's got Corbin in big trouble, but because they've trained together so many times, Corbin knows the reversal for that one. Starts hitting some big moves. Look at this one. Oh, the brain rattling around in the skull of DiBiase. The backbreaker as well. Bobby Heenan on the outside trying to get involved, but there's nothing you can do to save DiBiase from the end of days. That'll be that. He retains the Western States Championship, and that'll be very disappointing for DiBiase and for the Horsemen. Now backstage we saw a vicious attack from Hulk Hogan, blindsiding Ultimate Warrior before his match. And you see a referee there trying to break things up. You can see how hard he's trying. But Hogan just doing big damage to Ultimate Warrior before his bout with the Macho Man, who has just flipped his lid. Seen a black man he doesn't like the look of on the outside of the ring. That's not nice. Ultimate Warrior is here to save the day. He still makes it to the ring, despite having that beatdown occur prior to the match. And Macho Man, he's failed against Warrior before for this title, but the odds are stacked in his favour this time. Ultimate Warrior shaking off the damage done earlier, but Macho Man looking for any way in to turn the tide, and he does. Backdrop there. Look at this, kissing the fist, hitting a right hand, and then the scoop slam. Usually following this is the elbow drop. Will it land? Yes, it will. This could be it pretty early on in the bout. We expected it to go longer than this, and it will. Warrior kicks out. Macho Man can't believe it. Raining down blows. Try to submission. That's not a good idea. Technical Wizard is Ultimate Warrior. Getting serious, coming back with the suplexes. We saw this earlier with Brock Lesnar. What a bout it would be between the Ultimate Warrior and Brock Lesnar. But he's got to get through to Macho Man first. He was going for the Olympic Slam. Another eye rake. Just filthy behavior from the Macho Man. Gruesome pile driver. Another scoop slam, setting up that elbow. And here it comes. It lands. Macho Man with the cover to win the national championship of the NWA. And he does. And he does. The big win he's been looking for, and it took him turning to the NWO to get it. So he also probably happy with his decision to move to the faction. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your main event. It is for the World Tag Team titles. They are currently around the waists of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and the finalists of the tournament to crown the first NWA World Tag Team Champions. They didn't win, but they made it there. The former WCW World Tag Team Champions, the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, and they have all the momentum going into this bout. Well, actually, during the bout, I should say, they really started strong. Not a good idea to miss a headbutt on the ground, and Hawk pays for that one. The NWO comes back somewhat. Scott Hall kind of messing about a little bit, but that's his way. Probably should have been more concerned about the tag, because now Animal gets the jump on him and drops him down on the top rope. Smushes his face in the canvas. Oh, but that switchblade elbow coming back, then working the leg of Animal is Scott Hall. Taking Hawk out of the equation. Going for that razor's edge. Not good enough. Oh, and up he goes. Power slam coming the other way. That lands. Scott Hall, big trouble. Kevin Nash obviously didn't seem to think so because he didn't help. But yeah, Scott Hall kicks out. Animal goes for it again. Misses. Countered. And now the momentum with the NWO. They're working together well. A lot of tags between the two. The Outsiders, formerly. And now Nash taking Hawk out and gets Animal up. Hits the jackknife powerbomb. Is that going to be it? No, he's back in. Hawk managed to make the save and then takes Scott Hall out of the equation on the outside, but little does he know on the inside, Kevin Nash with a humongous superplex. You see Scott Hall flying through the air there. Hawk none the wiser, he's paying attention to the crowd. He doesn't realize there's a pinfall in the ring, and Kevin Nash picks up the win, and they retain the NWA World Tag Team titles. The referee got the belt on a string there. That was strange. One more thing before we go though, ladies and gentlemen. The big one. Sting is back, and he wants Hogan. Tune in to the final WCW pay-per-view in a couple weeks. Thanks for watching this one. Until next time, have a good one.